everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video is the very first tutorial of Canva. I've been using Canva for quite some time now, and I feel that it's a great application and you should use it too. So I really hope you enjoy this video, and it's going to talk about a lot of great stuff, a lot of tips and tricks on getting started with Canva. So without any further ado, let's get into the video.
So let's begin with the agenda of this video. There are three major things that we will be discussing. The first one is what and why. So what exactly is Canva and why you should be using. The second thing is how to get started on Canva. And the third thing would be the basic designing tools and features that are on Canva, which will help you customize your art. Coming to what exactly is Canva. So Canva is basically a designing software, a designing tool that helps you in fulfilling your designing needs. So right from creating YouTube thumbnails up to making your resumes, your business cards, and also greeting cards. So there are various number of templates available on Canva that you could use for any of your designing needs. So it doesn't matter what you do, whether you're a professional, you're a student, or you run a business. All your designing needs are going to be fulfilled by Canva. Now let's come to why should you use Canva particularly. The first thing is it has a wide range of templates and features. So normally, if you don't know about Canva, you would either go to PowerPoint presentation or you would use Word to design your resume or design your presentation or whatever designing needs you have. But the problem with Word and PPT is they have basic features like bold, shadow effects, sub-color schemes, etc. that don't help you juggle and create some elements and designs which will make your presentation or your art stand out. So PPT and Word are very much basic. They are not for designing at least greeting cards or presentations, or if you want your art to stand out, if you want to have a number of pictures, a number of elements to choose from, you should go for Canva because there are thousands of pictures, thousands of videos. You could also create animations on Canva. We'll learn how to do that as well in the coming tutorials. And basically, Canva provides a lot of ancillary features that is going to help you customize your art better. The second reason why you should be using Canva is because it's completely free. So you don't even have to put your credit card or debit card details to get started with Canva. There is a pro version available, but having used both, I would say that almost 70 to 80% of the Canva features can be accessed using the free version as well. I would be coming up with a video that explains the differences between the free version and the pro version. So do subscribe to my channel if you want to watch that video. But coming to the free application, almost all features are available in the free version as well. So you don't really have to go for the pro version. At least even for the advanced designing needs, you could stick to the basic free version as well. The next point is user friendliness. So Canva is very user friendly. You don't have to be a graphic designer. You don't have to know coding. You don't have to know how to design perfectly, etc. You can experiment with Canva. You can choose templates, you can have fun with it, and I think if you start today, by the next week you would be quite comfortable with designing in Canva. So now that we have seen what exactly is Canva and what are the various benefits of using Canva, let's move on to the Google browser and get started with Canva. So the URL of the Canva website is www.canva.com. So when you open the website for the first time, this is what the page would look like. So you will have to sign up using either your Google account or your Facebook account. So I'm going with Google. And once you sign up, this is the home page that would appear. And these are all the templates that have been provided by Canva with the custom dimensions recommended by Canva itself. So for example, let's search for a YouTube thumbnail. Enter. So these are all the presets of YouTube thumbnails that have been given by Canva for you to work upon it or customize it or use it as a source of inspiration. So let's get started with a blank template. Once you click on the blank template, it will open in another tab which is known as the design tab. So first let's name this thumbnail. Let's name it as Canva tutorial part 1. And all the changes that you make to your design gets saved automatically. Like you can see this part, all changes saved, it gets saved automatically by Canva. So you don't have to keep pressing Ctrl S once you keep making changes, it gets saved automatically. But when you close the design tab, just have a look whether this indication is coming that all changes have been saved. Once you see this indication, then you can go ahead and close it. Now let's come to all these icons which are present at the left tab. So these are the various features that will help you in customizing your design. So the very first one is the templates tab. These templates are again what we saw earlier. All these templates have been again given to you in the design tab as well, so that when you are creating your design, you can browse through these templates in the design tab itself and look at the fonts, or maybe if you want to use this particular picture, you can add it to your design. So for example, if I'm using this template and I've added, once you click on the template gets loaded onto your design. So I just want this template as an inspiration. So I like this particular text overlay and I don't want the other elements. So what I will do is I'll just select the other elements and press on delete. So whatever elements you don't want, you can simply select it and delete. Now let's come to the next tab, the uploads tab. So Canva not only helps you designing graphic art, it also helps in creating various animations. So if you want to upload your own images and your own video or your own audio files, you can use this uploads button. So if I want to upload a particular image that I have, a particular picture that I have clicked or that I have searched from some other site, I can click on the upload media button. If it is on my computer, I click on device and I'll select the file that I want to put in, that I want to embed in my design. Next is the photos tab. So Canva also provides thousands of pre-stock photos. So if you are looking for a particular picture and if you're not able to find it on the other pre-stock websites like Unsplash, Pixabay, Pixels, etc., you can also check it out on Canva, because Canva also provides this feature of pre-stock photos. Similar to this feature is the videos tab. Canva also provides pre-stock videos. Just like the photos, it also has videos. So if you want to have a particular background in your animation, a particular beach scene, or the sunshine or the flowers, or something of that sort, you can browse through this videos tab to select which animation would suit your design or your art better. Now let's go on to the elements tab. So the elements tab gives you various, like if I give you an example, when we were small, we used to make the project books and we used to put various stars and stickers. So elements are just like those virtual stickers which you can embed on your design. So this musical notes element is my favorite, and it's just like a sticker, a virtual sticker that can be put onto your design to make it more attractive, to make it more appealing to the eye. So there are various elements that you could search for in this search bar. Like for example, if I search for cake, there are various stickers and pictures that are available which you could put it into your design. Now let's come on to the text tab. So this text tab has preset text designs, like for example this text design which you can't normally create using bold or underline or the other basic features that are available. So if you want to make any changes into this design, let's say for example I want to change vibes to good feels. So I just have to select the text and type the text that I wish to display. Apart from these preset text designs, there are also H1 headings, H2 headings, and H3 headings. So if you want to give the main title of your design would be the H1 heading, the subtitle would be the H2 heading, and the body or the paragraph or the text that you write onto your design would be the H3 heading. A keyboard shortcut for adding text would be T, the letter T. So T for tiger, you just have to press T onto your keyboard, and the text box will appear. So if you want more number of text boxes, keep pressing T onto your design. So I press T again. I want another. So I'll just put this here. I'll reduce the font size, and maybe I want another text here. So I'll press T again and just reduce the size. I can position it here. So T is one very useful keyboard shortcut which can be used to add text. Now let's go to the Styles tab. So if you want to give a particular design to your template, just like we select the design in PPT, there is a design tab, there is a style tab in Canva. So if I select this particular style, once it gets loaded onto the design, everything changes to that particular style or template or whatever you call it. So there is a particular color coding that is preset into the style, and there is a particular font style that is also set into this style. So these are presets that are provided by Canva. You can always make your custom made styles, but this is something that Canva recommends and you could use into your design. We already discussed about the videos tab. Now coming to the backgrounds tab. So backgrounds tab is, I think it's self-explanatory. It's if you want to change your background. So if I don't want a blue background, I want a brick background. So I can simply click on it once and the background gets changed. So there are various features, various backgrounds that you could add onto your design. There are also plain colors that you could add onto your design if you don't want any graphics and if you want to have a plain background. Next, we have the folders tab. Folders are the first 5 folders will be provided to you by Canva itself. So once you log into Canva, these 5 folders will appear as it is. After that, you can create your own folders. So it is better to create folders if you are using Canva on a regular basis. If you have many designs, if you use Canva especially for your social media posts, it is better to create categories either day-wise or either subject-wise, so that if you want to revisit your design, then you don't have to keep searching for it in your whole designs section. You can go on that particular folder and get that design. Next, we have the More tab. So in More, there are Canva has integrated with various applications like Facebook, Google, Pixels, Pixabay. So Pixels and Pixabay are very famous Facebook websites which you can use for if you are in search of any picture or that you are not able to click yourself. So if you want a particular picture that doesn't have any copyright issues and you also can't click it by yourself, you can visit Pixels and Pixabay. And once you click on the icon, it's going to load the app. It's going to load the application onto Canva itself. So you don't have to go on to Google, get into Pixabay again. You can just click on the icon of Pixabay and access the site from Canva itself. So now that we have covered all the features on the left tab, I'll just touch upon a few basic features on how you can customize a picture that you have added onto your design or the text that you have added. So let's just clean this up first. Just select the white background. That's clear. And first let's look at how you can customize photos. So I'll just go on to my uploads and let's just say this picture looks nice. So if you want to resize a particular picture, drag your mouse from the right corner of the picture. So it's important to drag your mouse from the corners of the picture, because if you notice, if you try to enlarge the picture by the side arrows, the picture gets zoomed in. So if you want to zoom in the picture, of course you can use these sidebars, but if you want to enlarge the picture, use the bottom arrows. So I can enlarge my picture in this manner. And one thing, if you want to make this picture as a background, so you're not liking any of the backgrounds that are already available and you want to make this picture as the background of your design, drag the picture over the design and hover over it. And once it gets set into the design, Then leave your mouse. After you, once it gets set into the design, leave your mouse. And then you won't have an option to resize it because your intention was to make the picture as your background. So let's just take the picture again. Let's start with the top tab that gives you all the features to customize your image. So first one is effects. There are various effects like background. You can remove the background of your image, or you can apply two colors to your image, duotone. I'm not getting into each of these features, otherwise it would take a lot of time and this video would be very long. I will be making videos in future getting into the details of image resizing and applying effects, etc. But for now, as a beginner, you need to know a few basic features to get started. The next is the filter tab. So this is like the normal filters which are available on, I think, almost all apps these days. Next is adjust. So you can adjust the brightness, contrast, blur, effect, etc. Next we have the crop. Crop is, I think, self-explanatory. You can crop the image the way you like. Click on done. That's it. Next we have flip. So you can flip the image either horizontal or vertical, whatever you desire. Next is position. So if you want to position the image at the center of the page, so you can click on center. Similarly, if you want to position it at the top or at the middle or at the bottom, you can use the position feature or the position button to make those changes. Next, we have the transparency feature. If you want to reduce the transparency of the particular image, this is very useful in case you want to add a particular text. So for example, if I add a particular text, it's not clearly visible with this bright picture. So you can use the transparency feature to reduce the brightness. I'll just change the font color. And now you can see the text more clearly. So transparency feature is very useful if you want to have a text overlay on your picture. Next we have the link. So if you want to link that picture to a particular site, maybe to your site or to YouTube or to any site that you wish, you can press the link and enter the URL so that when someone clicks on the picture in your design, he or she gets redirected to that website or to that URL. Next is the lock button. So the lock button is helpful when you have multiple elements in your design. So if I lock this picture, I'm not able to make any changes. So once I finalize on this element, I can lock it and I can work on my text, or I can work on some other picture, or I can work on the background. It's compulsory to lock the picture after you have finalized it, but it is helpful if you're working with a lot of elements, because if suppose I want to move my text to the right, I can't move it this way, but maybe in a hurry or maybe I'm not concentrating that much, I could end up moving the picture and I don't want to change the position of the picture. So simply lock it and then you can work on the other elements of your design. Next we have the duplicate button. So if you have applied all the changes, like for example, we have cropped the picture, we have applied some transparency effect, and if you want to copy this style, you need to click on duplicate. So the exact picture gets duplicated onto your design. Next is the delete. So if you want to delete the picture that you have put, you can either press this delete button or you can press the delete button on your keyboard. Either way, it's going to work the same. Now we have understood the customizing features of a picture. So let's lock it and let's move on to text. So text, we have already seen how to change the font color, how to make it bold, italic. Some basic things are like alignment, left, right, center. Then if you are writing a paragraph and you want it in a list format, you can press on list. Then is the letter and line height. So if I'm adding 2-3 lines here, writing my last name, I'm writing YouTuber, now with this line and letter height spacing, we can increase and decrease the gap between the letters just to give some sort of effect or make your design look more attractive. And you can also increase and decrease the line height. So next, coming to the effects. Effects are again the standard that are available. Neon color, shadow. You can experiment with this, whatever goes well with your design. And then I missed out on the font style and the font size. You can font style. There are various font styles available. So you can either type a font style or you could experiment with the font styles available. If using Canva on a regular basis, I would recommend saving the font styles or writing it down somewhere so that you don't have to waste time searching for it. It is a little difficult to remember the name of all the font styles. So if you like a particular font style and if you want to use it in future, just make a note of it either in your Excel sheet, in your notes, or in your diary. Next is the font size. The font size, you can simply set it the way you want. You can also resize the text and the font size automatically increases. We discussed about effects. Next is the more option. That is again, if you want to change it to lowercase, uppercase, underline. Position is again the same as the picture. Transparency same as picture. Link, lock, and duplicate. So we have discussed the left tab features. We have discussed the basic features on how we can customize and change the picture effects, change the text effects. So this is something. So these are all the features that you should know about before you get started on Canva. With the knowledge of these features, you can design various templates. You really don't have to know anything. There's nothing you could know more than what I have just said. So if you have anything in mind, if you want to design a greeting card maybe, or if you want to design your business card, I'm sure there are various sites available that design your business cards and charge you for it, but Canva is completely free. You can design your own business card without having to pay someone. So I think we're at the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and do consider subscribing to my channel. I would be posting these Canva tutorials in the future, and I think I'm going to post the difference between pro and free versions. So let me know in the comment section below what you would like to see on Canva. I've been using this software for quite some time now on my YouTube channel, on my website, and it's really useful. It's really great. So thank you so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. I hope you found it useful. Have an awesome day ahead, and I'll see you next time.